Hey fragrance lovers and enthusiasts, how you doing this wonderful fragrance day? How's the fragrance life? How's the fragrance world? What you smelling like? Today we're going to be talking about none other than Sign from the house, or Signature from the house of Darna fragrances. These samples were sent to me from the brand, so take this with a grain of salt. Don't watch it if you don't want to. But I will be evaluating this house and this fragrance. I have some positives to say, but at the end, if you've watched the other videos, y'all know that I do have something negative to say at the end of this video. So let's talk about this one. It reminds me of Pirates. First off the bat, if you're a sucker or somebody who is really I don't know, takes originality, creativity very personally, I feel like there is some resemblance to Pirates, or possibly even Mula Mula by Byron Perfumes. And that might be something negative for you. It might be something that you really don't like. That this has similarities. I don't know if it intentionally was, kind of a copycat of that, but I do feel like there's some similarities. This is personally one that I don't love, but we'll talk about that later. But it's not bad. It's got some yellow ambery overtones. It's got some little leather nuances. It's got some sweetness. The vanilla here, there is some vanilla, but it's that modern vanilla. It's not, it doesn't come off as synthetic, but if you know what real vanilla smells like, especially Madagascar or Haitian vetiver. I mean, not Haitian vetiver, Haitian vanilla. You probably know what this fragrance is all about. You know what that kind of smell is or what it isn't. So definitely a modern vanilla coming through, very smooth, not overtly creamy, not overtly powdery. It's just like a smooth vanilla that adds some sweetness, and it helps that keep this very bright, happy nature about this fragrance. So it's bright, it's happy, it's easygoing. A little bit of yellow aldehyde kind of vibe, but very well blended in there. At least it comes off that way to my nose. It feels yellow as a fragrance. And overall, it just doesn't seem very complex. That slightly almost floral kind of nuanced or slightly floral feeling, well, actually smelling floral kind of quality is quite interesting to me. Then that fruitiness, almost quality, almost almost like tropical vibe dies down, and then in the dry down of the fragrance you get some powdery nuances and some powdery qualities, and that's mostly what I smell with this fragrance. That's what lingers on, that's what keeps going and trucking along, and this is actually the longest lasting out of the bunch. Now let me tell you about that longevity. This one, give you anywhere from 8, 9, maybe even 10 hours depending on your skin. It's not the loudest projector. It probably is going to project more on the average side, but out of the bunch, out of the fragrances I've smelled from Darna, this is a pretty good longevity fragrance, or a fragrance with pretty good long lastingness, if however you want to say it. It's gonna last on you, and for somebody who, that might be a real big positive. It's a happy fragrance. Again, this one, just like Netflix and Chill, it's mentioned that it might be best for men. This is very unisex. A lady certainly can pull this off, especially if she enjoys stepping outside of the world of fruity florals and other fragrances that might feel overtly feminine. A lady could happily wear this one, and I think that she'd really like it. For me personally, I don't love powdery fragrances that often, and this one's not an exception, sadly. I don't exactly love the smell of this one. And with that compliment factor, and this, I did test it even though I didn't like it. People probably found this one the least exciting, but they did like it. This one's a little bit more simpler. It does have that natural, almost cotton candy sweetness. This one also might remind you, because of that Byron smell, again reminding you possibly of Mula Mula and Pirates. It does have a little bit of a mass appealing quality, especially in the opening. I think if you are to get compliments, you're going to get compliments in the first hour or the first 30 minutes. After that sweetness dies down and those interesting, almost slightly floral aldehydic kind of vibes dry down and go away. Then when you're just left with that powdery nuance and a little bit of like the fruity, almost like pulp nature, the white skin underneath like an orange. I think I do smell a little bit of that, but once you kind of get to that dry down, it just doesn't smell that interesting. It's not boring, it's not bad, but it just doesn't have the wow factor. but not bad at all in my opinion. It's for somebody out there. Again, I think for some ladies, I think this is going to be nice. My biggest negative, let's talk about the biggest negative in my opinion with these fragrances from Darna, is the price. You're paying 45 US dollars for 30 mils. Essentially, you're going to have to pay about 150 US dollars to get essentially 100 mils. If you like the cheapies, if you like getting a big bang for your buck, this is not what you want to go for. This brand is, if you're going to go for a brand like this that's giving you a smaller amount of fragrance, you're going to buy it because you really like this interesting twist on this fragrance DNA. And you're also probably going to want these for, being a little bit more interesting, but yet you really like that mass appealing kind of vibe, and that perhaps you'd enjoy more of the designer fragrances. So this is not bad at all, but for the value for money, this is not going to be the best. There's a lot of great fragrances out there you can get for the money. Is that a deal breaker? It really depends on you. Some people, like I, try to help y'all find good values for money. That's what I usually try to promote, and that's something that I love. But, some people out there aren't so picky and aren't so critical about getting the best value for the money. Some people out there want something that maybe they want to support, Mo over there. He's a good guy. He's a cool guy. And again, he's supporting a lot of fragrance reviewers, which I really like. You might want to, help him out, and he's doing a good job over there. These fragrances do smell well made and well composed. They don't even really smell synthetic if you put your nose close up to them. And that's quite good. So overall, so not bad. But again, for the $150 odd range, I can get into the Carnar Barcelona territory. I can get into the Serge Lutens territory. And if you find the right price, you can do a lot with $150. But again, you can buy these bite size, give you a lot of versatility, and these are long lasting. So he definitely did not underperform, and he's definitely not cheating y'all with performance. So if you want performance, he's got you covered, and that's what I think is one of the strongest suits out of all these fragrances. If you like the nuances, if you like the twist on these kind of popular type of smells, he's not trying to recreate the wheel. He's not trying to create something extremely unique. He's just trying to give you something that'll work and also very long lasting. So check him out. Let me know what you think. Have you tried this brand? Have you tried these fragrances? Do you think that they're worth the money? I would love to know your opinion in the comment sections below. Have you tried any of these? What do you think about them? I'll see you next time, everybody. Wear what you love, rock what you got, and I wish you the very best. Have a good one, everybody. Be smelling good. Y'all know how it goes, and I'll see ya, everybody. Peace out.